Hello once again, everybody. This is Image, and we're going to be moving on to Game 4 of Khan vs. CJ in the June 7th Pro League set. This is going to be a must-win game for Khan, who are down 2-1 in this series, and it's going to be a pretty quick and exciting game, or at least very likely a quick game, because it's going to be Zerg vs. Zerg. Playing this one, we have by.great for Samson Khan. He's on the left, and on the right is Kwanro, a Zerg for CJ Entus. And these are also both interesting players. Great, most recent interesting thing from him was pioneering a proxy hatchery build on new Medusa, which was apparently so imbalanced and powerful that Kespa edited the map to prevent that from ever happening again, so props to him for that. And Kwanro is also a really interesting player, and I think he's kind of a Zerg analog of Iris, just a player who loves to attack all the time. So this should be an interesting clash between creativity and aggression. I mean, there's a limit to how creative you can be in Zerg versus Zerg, and there's a limit to how much aggression will pay off, so let's see what we've got in store for us here. That is great in the red at the 10 o'clock position, and Kwanro is in the blue at the 2 o'clock position, and we're playing on Neo Medusa. And this being a mirror match, the map shouldn't have any huge bearing on the way that the game plays out, though Kwanro, I think, might be in a slightly better position to attack with Mutalisks, having a slightly shorter path to follow to get into Great's natural. I don't think that's a huge advantage. It's not as pronounced as you might see in some Protoss versus Protoss games, where this makes a really huge difference with Reavers. Cholera recently cast a game between Bisu and Violet, where Violet was able to exploit his map position to pretty good effect with Reaver drops, but that was not the only thing that won Violet that game. Violet just seemed to be one step ahead all the time, and Kwanro looks to be going for a 12 hatchery. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, looks to me like a 12 pool. 12 pool with gas, so in the rock, paper, scissors that is Zerg early game build orders, Great's thrown the scissors and Kwanro's thrown the rock. Kwanro is going to have the economic advantage, and he's going to still have his Zerglings out in time to deal with any Zergling pressure from by.great. So, good position off the bat for Kwanro. And Great's getting his own expansion up, so he's not going to be so terribly behind as if he went for a 9 or over pool. So it's still not out of Great's reach, but it's going to be an uphill battle for him. So good decision making by Kwanro there, and Great going for a quick lair. So the one advantage that Great is going to have, since he planted his spawning pool and gas first, is that he's going to have slightly faster tech than Kwanro, maybe by about 20 to 30 seconds, and that is going to give him a bit of a window when the Mutalisks arrive on field, but it's not going to be much of one. So I think Great is going to have to find some way to equalize this. His hatchery is nearly up, and he is like Kwanro, only transferred one drone over. I don't know if that's sort of the optimal economic strategy in terms of drone transfers, but that seems to be what both of these players have done, and they surely know something that we don't, or that I don't anyway. Any of you who has any idea about why transferring one drone seems to be the thing to do, leave me a comment about that. I'd be kind of interested to find out. Spire's on the way up for Kwanro, and I believe Great planted his, but I don't think it was all that long ago that he did. So I don't know how far ahead his Spire is. So hopefully, when the observer gets back to that Spire, we'll be able to get some sort of indication. Kwanro has also upgraded Zergling's speed, so here's Kwanro doing that thing he does, which is attack, and speed seems to be up for both players, I think. No, Great still has slowlings, so Kwanro could have done some pressuring there, but for that sunken colony, and okay. Yeah, Great Spire is not all that far ahead, so Kwanro is still in an advantage, and it looks like he's set up his second gas as well, which is going to help him put out more air units quicker. He's also gotten a nice position in that Zergling battle, and he seems to have come out slightly ahead there too. He's not going to be able to make a break against that sunken colony and those remaining Zerglings, but he's started to win small battles, and we're about to get to that point where it's going to be the air battle, and I think this is clever from Great. He is camping out his Scourge on top of Kwanro's hatchery to pick off Mutalisks as they hatch, and one Muta goes down there, and the other two eat some Scourge, so Kwanro's Air Force is going to be slightly weakened, but is that going to be enough for Great to come out ahead in an air battle and equalize the game, or better yet, seize an advantage? I'm not sure.